Subscribe, motherfucker.
What is going on, YouTube? Gyvi World here. Hope everyone's having a great day today. We are in another Road to World Series game. My opponent has a pretty damn good lineup. 99 David Wright. James Paxton on the bump. My team kind of struggles a little bit versus lefties. They got a pretty heavy lineup versus righties. But before we even jump into today's game, really quickly, shout out to Jennifer Glancy. She gets the shout out of the day, and we're gonna be doing this daily. You know, the key word yesterday, she was the first to comment, but it won't be first come first serve from now on. I'm gonna just pick a random comment, but we'll continue from there as Ian Kinzer gets a base hit up the middle. And Jorge Posada, I'm going to say it right off the bat. Jorge Posada got us going in this game as he gets a base hit in his first at-bat in the 5-6 hole. And Buddy Bell delivers one to center field, but it's not going to be deep enough or shallow enough. And that's going to be an out. And on deck, we got Freeman. That ball squirts away. My opponent's smart here and throws behind at the trailing runner, Jorge, at 11 speed, but just barely misses getting him. And in a 1-2 count versus Freeman, yeah, that's pretty much what we dealt with the entire game. It was kind of annoying. The zone was kind of off. I'd say pretty much until the end, I wasn't getting those calls. But here's Ian Kinzer leading off with a fly ball to center field, and in the follow, he's got 92 Griffey. And I made the mistake of going up and into Griffey, and he was just sitting on that pitch and absolutely crushes it to right field. I really need to start grinding to get the 92 Griffey myself. And on the very next pitch, wouldn't you believe it? Yeah, Kyle Seager took me deep.
That's Corey, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So we're already into a little bit of trouble. We are down 2-0. But we're going to get D right to ground out to second base. But it's not looking good. Good team, good opponent. And this was probably one of the probably to this point, I would say this was probably the best game so far in Road to World Series. But here it is, that animation again. Once you get there, it doesn't let you time the jump. I don't know why it gets you, it literally sticks you into that animation when I'm trying to time the jump so that I can catch it off the wall. Again, it's a game of animations, but here's a ground ball to second base to end the inning. So we stopped the bleeding a little bit, and it's a 2-0 lead, and we got Reggie Jackson up, and he makes a mistake, and he leaves one out over the plate, and we're going to turn on it, and that is deep to right field, off the pole, and back onto the field. Well done, and this had really not much value, but yeah, again, animations, 37 speed. That is an infield hit for my pitcher. It's a great start to the game, and yeah, I just froze looking at a fastball. But Jorge Posada is up in the second inning, and that is going to be a deep fly ball to left field, and it's going to be caught by Granderson, thankfully. We'll get into that later. Next batter we got Ian Kinzer getting hit by a pitch, and that wouldn't be the only time our opponent plunked us, and there it is again. Jorge Posada in the 5-6 hole with no outs. We got 2 runners on. I can't fluff this. I need to take advantage here, and I got to do it quickly. Buddy Bell's going to smack one into center field shallow, very shallow, and everyone's going to be safe as Griffey was respecting the power. Not as much power versus lefty for Buddy Bell, but here's a fly ball to left field, and because he had a weird little animation the way he caught it, I was just bluffing to get a throw, and then once I saw the weird animation, I said, keep going. Here we got Andrew McCutchen up next, and honestly, I really want Andrew McCutchen to do a little bit more with a lefty on the mound. And with 11 speed, I'm not even going to be able to move the runners. And Reggie Jackson up next is just going to pop up to the catcher, and that's going to do it for this inning. So we're only going to cut that lead a little bit. Well, we're going to cut the lead, but it's only a 2-2 game. Should be better than that, and wouldn't you know it, I ran right past the ball on a ground ball to third base. I don't know why that happened. I guess I took a really poor angle, but that's going to be an infield hit, and my opponent is stealing on the next pitch up in the zone, not in the zone, but out of the zone, and he's got a stolen base of second. Not to worry, runner probably stayed put because he thought that was the line drive to Kinzer. So lucky for us, we kept him at second, and with Seager up, we're not going to let him swing the bat. And if you noticed our pitch count, I believe it went up by 4 pitches. That's not something that needs to be immediately taken care of, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. I really don't think that's a thing. And here it is again. We're going to intentionally walk the next batter, and 4 more pitches added to my pitch count. Well, it would be nice if that were fixed eventually, but there's more important things for SDS to worry about. But we get Orlando Cepeda to ground out, and we are out of the inning. Ground ball to short from Barry Larkin. The only reason I showed this is because Barry Larkin is 0 for 2 versus a lefty, but my pitcher's just raking. 2 for 2 with a solid base hit to left field. And I can't even hit with Andrew McCutchen and Barry Larkin with a lefty on the mound. But my pitcher's 2 for 2. Granderson up next, and he's going to deliver a base hit to right field. We got first and second. We're cooking right now. We're cooking. We still got one out, but on a full count, we smack one to right field with Ian Kinsler. There's someone who doesn't have the best stats versus lefties, better stats versus a righty, and he delivers. Jorge Posada up now, and that is a once again in the 5-6 hole. We're going to take advantage of the throw here. It gets cut off, and we're going to score 2 runs. We are now up 4-2, and Buddy Bell, wouldn't you know, that ball is crushed deep to left field, and that lead is just going to get bigger. We are now up 5 runs, 7-2. Here in the 4th, but there's a base hit from Reggie Jackson, and we're gonna have to pitch carefully. We got to pitch smart, because this game is far from over. It's the 4th inning. There's plenty of baseball to play. We're gonna get a ground ball from Jorge. Once we get the lead runner and that easy flip, you got all day to turn that double play. My opponent finally has had enough of Paxton and brings in Jake Lamb. I do believe guys like Mighty Goat rake with Jake Lamb, but Jake Lamb on the first pitch, picking, and we're gonna get an easy ground ball to Ian Kinsler, who then throws it in the dirt for some reason. But we got Reggie Jackson up, and Reggie Jackson just strikes out. Ian Kinsler up in the bottom of the 5th inning, and he's going to hit a weak fly ball to right field. Jackson is on the move, and that is an out. Into the bottom of the 5th still with 1 out. We got Griffey up, and on the first pitch, Griffey hits a deep fly ball to center field. McCutchen is after it, and McCutchen's going to make the play easily. And we now got 2 outs. Still the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Seager up. We got him chasing that fastball out of the zone. Exactly what I wanted. A little bit of lack of communication there, but at the last second, McCutchen gets out of the way and gives way to our boy Jackson. We strike out with Granderson to lead off the 6th. Ian Kinsler up. That's a deep fly ball to right field, but this is a really, really big part. 347 out down the line and right. That's going to be a fly out. And Diekman just came in and absolutely nailed the door shut. Weird animation, but Jorge Posada is finally going to be retired. And here, a great play as we take away a hit from David Wright, as that ball was headed for right field in the hole. But it's going to be the first out of the 6th inning. But Curtis Granderson up is going to deliver a smash hit in between second base and the shortstop in the overshift. Orlando Cepeda up next. Still a 7-2 ball game, and that is back-to-back base hits. That ball is just crushed. Sinker low and in, I believe. He was able to muscle it towards right field, or it might have just leaked a little bit, so now we're in a little bit of trouble. And here, oh no, you can't do that. We hit Jackson, and we load the bases, and Hip Hip Jorge is up. We give him a hanging curveball, and this is going to be an easy fly ball. And no, it hits our left fielder, Curtis Granderson, on the head. And thankfully, there was a little bit of base running miscue. We're going to get an out, so pretty much probably exactly what was going to happen, but Granderson gets injured. And this was right after the patch a couple days ago, and a lot of people were saying they were having some issues on defense. And that was just really frustrating. Could have been a lot worse, but we're bringing in Locaine, and he's bringing in Gary Sanchez for Diekman. And on the first pitch, Gary Sanchez is going to rip that down the line. 74 speed. At the time, I was like, this might cost me some runs. 74 speed, ball hit down the line. Most likely, he would have scored from second base either way, even if he didn't tag. But still, I don't want it. You know, we want those things fixed. 11 speed, and an Ian Kinsler base hit is going to hold them off. And we are going to be allowed to keep that runner at third base. But Griffey in now, and we got Doolittle up. And Doolittle's just going to deal. Great pitch sequence from Doolittle, and we're gonna get out of the jam with the lead. Top of the 7th inning, he's got a side armor in. Of course, Darren O'Day. We got Buddy Bell, and Darren O'Day did a pretty good job keeping me off balance with that submarine garbage that he throws. And here we hit the ball sharply with Freeman, but it's gonna be to no avail. Easy ground ball to the third baseman playing short. Psych. He throws that ball away. Andrew McCutchen up, and he rips one off the handle to the third baseman. Yeah, awkward. Reggie Jackson up, and yeah, those are the calls that I'm dealing with, and that was all game, but we'll just throw that in there anyways. 1-2 count, and he's going to go ahead and beam us, so we got another runner on via the hit by pitch, and Barry Larkin just looks absolutely ridiculous. I cannot hit with Barry Larkin with a righty on the mound. Yoenis Cespedes coming in for an outfielder. I believe it wasn't for a pitcher, and Yoenis Cespedes I had the lefty in because Cespedes has better numbers versus righties, but of course in real life it's easier to see the ball when playing with the sticks with the lefty on the mound. And that makes it back-to-back hits yet again as Orlando Cepeda dunks one into center field. And the runners are now on first and third with 2 outs. And Reggie Jackson is going to fly out to left field, and it is still going to be a 7-4 game. Luckily, could have been a lot worse, but that's going to be it. Aroldis Chapman in now in the 9th, and Buddy Bell's going to start it off with a base hit to right field. So that is pretty good. Buddy Bell, another one of those guys, better against righties than lefty. And on this play, Freddie Freeman grounds into the 3-6-3 double play. Great play, great pitching from my opponent, but I'm not playing any games. I'm bringing in Aroldis Chapman of my own to face Ken Griffey Jr. And on a 1-2 count, we're going to get Ken Griffey Jr. to hit a weak fly ball to right field. So everything is looking great. We got our, our 2 monsters in the bullpen to start this inning. We got 2 quick outs, and just like that, Seager flies out to left field late on that pitch up and in. And David right now with 2 outs smacks one down the line to right field. That gets all the way to the 347 sign. Jackson tries to play it in as quickly as possible, but that's going to be a stand-up double for David Wright with Yoenis Cespedes in. And I said, you know what, I'm not bringing in Betances. Chapman still is better versus the lefty, and I made a mistake. And that ball is absolutely crushed. And at this moment, I started panicking. I was like, I don't know what to do. Should I keep in Betances? He's probably rocked. I'm going to lose points. I'm going to go down. I'm never going to make World Series at this rate, playing 1-2 games a day. But Betances comes in, and the first pitch is a slurve away, and I'm throwing the kitchen sink at this guy. Fastball up and in. Now we're going fastball down and in, and we just missed a spot, but we're going to get the call anyway. Finally, we get a call in our favor. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Try to put him away with the slurve. My opponent does a very good job spitting on that ball. We're going back up and in. I'm going everywhere, and that pitch, it lets him bail out. I see Reggie Jackson is on deck. I do not want to walk him. I don't want to face him. Slurve, and he gets a good piece of it. Not the best route, but a great catch by Andrew McCutchen, and that's going to end the game, and we're going to walk away with the win, boys. And, yeah, guys, if you guys are as excited as I am for World Series, go ahead and make sure you drop a thumbs up on this video. If you want a chance at tomorrow's shout out, just make sure you comment World Series bound down in the comment section below. 1 word, 3 words, doesn't matter. World Series bound down in the comment section below if you made it through the entire video and you're excited. And we'll see if we can get a shout out for one of you tomorrow. If I will be doing multiple videos once May 15 comes and goes. I will be back to doing multiple videos a day, BR and all the other good stuff. Just wanted to finish this first season of Road to World Series. We're currently at 841, so it was a pretty decent boost. I'm happy with it, and now we just keep pushing forward. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below, World Series bound, for a chance at tomorrow's shout out. And peace.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, rep the set, gotta rep the set, chase a chick, never chase a bitch.